Hey everyone, Justin Conroy here. Welcome to another video. Thanks for being here. Now in my last video, I talked about the dangers of only paying the minimum balance on your credit card. But in this video, I want to talk about something a little bit more positive. So I want to show you how to learn about the secret, little-known benefits that your credit card may have. But remember, if you can't pay off the entire credit card balance every single month, you should not have a credit card. I highly recommend cutting the thing up right now and trying to pay it off as fast as possible, because these benefits aren't going to benefit you. You're already spending way too much money on interest, and it's just not even worth it. So if you are paying off your balance every single month, this video is for you. So let's go ahead and get into this, shall we? You know, when most people talk about credit cards and their benefits, they usually think about things like airline miles and cashback and hotel points and all these other good things. And while all those things are really good and frankly amazing in some cases, there's a whole subset of other benefits that most credit cards offer that I think most people are not really even aware of. Now, all cards are different. Some give more benefits than others. So this video will work best if you follow along with me using your own credit card. And what I'm going to do is show you how to figure out what those benefits are. And it only takes really 3 simple steps. So we'll go ahead and get into that right now. Before I do that, if you find value in this video, please give me a like and subscribe below. And let's go ahead and get into step number 1. Step number 1, pull out your credit card. Boy, that was easy. Didn't I say these were simple? Now let me go ahead and switch to my computer for step number 2. So step number 2 is slightly harder than step number 1, and I do mean slightly. We're going to take a look at our card, and this is my real credit card. On yours, what you're going to do is look at the name of the card, find the vendor, figure out what kind of card it is, whether it be a Visa or a Discover or MasterCard. Figure out what the card is. You should hopefully know already, but nonetheless, take a peek, and then type all those things into Google. So I'm going to do United, Mileage, Plus, Club Card. Okay, that's what I have. It's a Visa card from Chase. The keywords that we're going to add to the name of the card, and this is step 2, card member benefits. That's the keywords we need to use when we do this Google search. Congratulations, you have done step number 2. Let's push enter and move on to step number 3. Okay, so step number 3 may actually be just a hair bit difficult, okay? And it just really depends on your card and what you've got going on. I'm going to give you 3 examples, okay? But step number 3 is all about finding the user-friendly page that explains all of the uncommon benefits to your card. So I'm going to show you 3. First things first, let's look at the Mileage Plus Club card that I'm using. It's usually going to be one of the first few links you see. But what you're really looking for is something around benefits or card member benefits, or in this case, travel benefits. Sometimes you'll see fraud protection, purchase protection, all this other good stuff. So you may have to try a couple of links, but this is the one for my card. I've obviously researched ahead of time. So it's a nice page. We can click around. We can look at things like travel benefits, purchase protection, blah, blah, blah. There it is. Let's do the same thing for another popular card, the Discover It card. There it is, card member benefits, okay? Now this one, if I remember correctly, you have to look just a little bit different. It says credit card benefits, Discover card rewards. That's what we're looking for that card. Okay, so we go here. It's this nice page, tells us all about the card member benefits from Discover. Tells you what cards they actually work on with rewards, okay? So this is the page if you have a Discover It card. One more example just to make sure everybody gets this. One of the most popular cards out there right now is the Chase Sapphire Visa. There it is, card member benefits. Okay? Scroll down a little bit. It's usually, again, the first couple of links. There it is, travel benefits, just like the other one. Okay? And again, we get a nice page. It's different from the first one, different from Discover, but still it's easy to use. Travel benefits, service, rewards, purchase benefits, etc. And it's a nice page that explains all the benefits, okay? That's step 3, and that honestly is the hardest step in this whole thing. For the rest of the video, I'm going to pick out a few common benefits that most credit cards have. And I'm going to try to explain what they are, because some of them are not exactly clear unless you read the card member agreements, which I have. So I can go ahead and explain some of those to you. Let's go ahead and move on and do some of that with my card just as an example, because they have quite a few benefits. All right, so what I've done is I've come back to the page for my credit card, which is again the United Mileage Plus Club card. And I'm going to use this as the example to explain some of the common, secret benefits that people really don't know about for the most part. Okay, and the first one I want to talk about is fraud protection. It's over here on the left. So this is, in my opinion, one of the most important benefits that credit cards really offer you. And most credit cards have this. I don't think I've ever seen one that didn't have this protection. Okay. And what this means is that if your card gets compromised and someone charges a bunch of stuff to your account, all you really have to do is call up the credit card company and say, hey, that's not me. And they'll remove the charges. And it's as simple as that. I've had to do this many times in my life. And it always is literally as simple as that. Usually they're the ones who call me first. Usually they notice some weird or suspicious activity. They're like, hey, that's not Justin. That's not his spending habits. He doesn't go to Target that often. So why is someone spending money at Target right now? It just doesn't make any sense. So, they'll call me up and say, hey, think your card's been compromised. Can you verify? Is this you? They say, I say no. And then they cancel the card. They issue a new number, and it's resolved. And they remove the fraudulent charges from the card. It's beautiful. And this one for me really kind of touches close to home because, when I was young and dumb, I think I was 18, I remember running around town. I was out to dinner one night with my debit card in my hand because I didn't have a credit card. And, unfortunately my debit card got compromised while I was out to dinner. And the offender, unfortunately, emptied my bank account. Luckily I was young and didn't really have too much money in there. It was about $500, but they emptied the account, and it all happened before the bank figured it out and froze the account. And that night at dinner, I was literally out of money. I not only was my account frozen, so I couldn't pay for anything, I didn't have any money. And so luckily a buddy of mine picked it up. But this is a serious thing, and I went back and forth with the bank on the topic and said, hey, that wasn't me, can you help me? And they basically said, hey, sorry, buddy, too bad, so sad. Sorry about your $500 there, kid. But, so never again. So credit cards, fraud protection, it's huge. It keeps your bank account over here and it keeps your credit card over here. There's a big wall between the two entities. And so nothing can happen to your money if your credit card gets compromised. And that is huge. Okay? Fraud protection is everything. So the next one on my list is purchase protection. This is, in my opinion, the second most wonderful secret benefit that's out there, aside from rewards. Obviously, rewards are great. But, most people don't know that most credit cards offer some sort of purchase protection in various forms. Let's just look at a few on this credit card. And keep in mind, your credit card is probably different, and it is up to you to figure out what your credit card actually offers, because we're about to get into a little bit of detail here on this card. So first and foremost here, extended warranty protection. So this card says, your United Club extends the time period of U.S. manufacturer's warranty by an additional year on eligible warranties of 3 years or less. So if you buy anything, let's say you buy a camera, and the manufacturer put a 1-year warranty on it, this card will give you an additional warranty, an additional year of warranty on that camera, just for using the card, just for being a member of the card and actually using the card to purchase it. It's there, it's hidden. I bet most people don't really know that or have never used it if they did. Okay, so another one here, price protection. And again, keep in mind all cards are different, but if a United Club card purchase that you made in the U.S. is advertised for less in print or online within 90 days, you can get reimbursed for the difference up to $500 per item and $2,500 per year. So just to reword that a little bit, let's say you buy a camera for $500 in January, and then in February you see that same camera advertised for $250. They will give you $250 back as a refund. That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. They've kind of got your back for 90 days. So buy away, right? That's what they want you to do. So be careful. Purchase protection. This is a good one. Your United Club card covers your new purchases for 120 days against damage or theft, up to $10,000 per claim and up to $50,000 per year. Purchase protection. So damage or theft, and you got to read your card member agreement to see what they'll pay for and what they won't pay for, but theft is pretty easy. So let's say you run out to Best Buy and you buy a $3,000 camera, at least with this credit card, and then on your way home you get a gun shoved in your face and they take your $3,000 camera. Hey, no big deal. Call up the credit card company and they'll just give you your $3,000 back. I mean, it takes some paperwork, but nonetheless, they've kind of got your back here, on theft or damages. It's nice. And then return protection. You can be reimbursed for eligible items purchased with your card that the store won't take back within 90 days of purchase. Okay, up to $500 per item and up to $1,000 per year. Okay, so that is what it says. If you want to return something, store won't take it back. Credit card company will within a certain time frame for a certain dollar value. That's nice. That's nice. And again, not all cards have this, but just pay attention, look up your card, figure out what they have. I actually know a guy who uses this fairly often when stores won't take stuff back. He fills out the paperwork, gets his money back, sends the item back. No problem. Company handles it. It's nice. So let's move on to travel benefits. And again, keep in mind that your card is probably different. This card has a lot of travel benefits, so just be careful. Your card may not have these, but just to run through a few. Again, this is all just for having the card, right? These are benefits that most people don't really think about or are not aware of, right? United Club membership. I travel quite a bit every year. I find myself on a plane at least 50 or 60 times a year for work, and so that club membership is really nice, and that's one of the reasons I have the card. It's a nice, comfortable area to be in when you're waiting on that plane. Premier access for travel services, get you to the front of the line, get on the plane faster or quicker. You could argue whether or not that's good or not, but nonetheless, free first and second checked bags. Okay, so free checked baggage if you have this card. That's some money savings there. No foreign transaction fees. I travel international quite a bit. For me, that's huge. Rental car club memberships, okay? Get you all sorts of benefits with rental cars. So yeah, anyway, travel services, it's one of the perks of this card. Look at your card, see if there's something like that with your card. It could be valuable to you. So last but not least on this list is travel protection. I'll run through most of these pretty quickly, but I do want to stop on two of them that most cards have. So just, again, pay attention to your card. It's important. So travel protection. Baggage delay insurance on this one for up to $100. Lost luggage reimbursement. Trip delay reimbursement. Trip cancellation reimbursement. I use this one all the time. It's huge, So let's go down. Most cards have this one. Travel accident insurance, okay? This is basically a life insurance policy, okay? So if you have this card and you use this card to buy your trip, they will cover your life for up to $500,000, which is pretty nice. So if you receive accidental death or dismemberment, that's a little life insurance policy for your family. $500,000 just by having this card. Pretty nice, but only for accidental death, right? The next one down here that, again, most cards have is this thing called Auto Rental Collision Damage Waiver. That's a lot of really big words that basically say that you should not pay for the additional insurance when you rent a car because your credit card already covers the car, okay? And again, check your card member agreement to be sure, but in my case, This insurance will cover pretty much anything that happens to a rental car while I'm driving it. Doesn't matter if I run off into a ditch. Doesn't matter if somebody mows me down. The damages are covered by the car. There's stipulations on that, of course. You can't be driving some sort of luxury vehicle or a sports car or, whatever, but check your agreement, check what your car does. But in my case, for my normal rentals, this covers anything that could possibly go wrong. So this saves you money in not buying rental car damage insurance. So yet another benefit to having a credit card. So final thoughts. Now that you've seen what sort of hidden secret benefits that credit cards often have, if you have followed along with this video and looked up your own credit card, and you are very responsible about paying that card off every month, and it doesn't have some of these other benefits, it might be time for you to shop around for a new card. It can be worth your while. Hopefully this video has shown you that. So with all that being said, if you have ideas for future videos, please leave them down in the comments. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm doing my best to respond to as many comments as I possibly can. Before you go, do me a favor and like and subscribe and hit the little notification bell while you're at it. That way you can be notified of when I make new videos. And as always, I appreciate your time and support. Thank you for watching and have a good day.